Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. No, that's not how we do the intro. Oh jeez, that was terrible. Right off the bat, I don't have a bow. This is just my flight bow, so you can hear there. I freaking hate ghasts so much in this game. Welcome back to the island and welcome home, as we say, as we do. I'm heading out here to the iron or to the industrial area. I did a little bit more work here, I think, that I never showed, but nothing significant. Anyway, I need to get some iron because we are out in the base. Why do I always do that? Start from the wrong edge. That's going to give us 2 stacks of blocks, which would be good for now. Today I want to continue what we started last episode, and I know it's been a while again between the episodes, but there's so much to do on the Mobile Lisa, so much time-consuming tasks that you won't even believe it. Let's see if we can pick up some redstone here as well. I'm running insanely low on redstone at the moment. I just want to have a look. Is there anything more over here in our old storage facility over here? Boop! I want to make an ice farm here as well sometime soon. That's something that I really want to do. Holy crap, this is garbage. Garbage or organization. I'm going to take some wood though. But yeah, I want to continue what we were doing in the last episode. I want to continue with my supply chest things. There was a lot of good feedback from you guys in the comments. And some people were saying Etho apparently built a... actually, I saw the episode, so I shouldn't say apparently. Etho built a fire... He worked on his fireworks dispenser machine, and he used repeaters to get the correct amount of items. He used a delay, and quite a few people were saying that we could use that method instead of... wow, that was some frames issues there. Instead of using the hopper clocks. I tried it out a little bit in creative. It's not as reliable though as a hopper clock. Not if you want like 64 items. So I think we're gonna stick with the method that we found out. But I did want to say thank you for your concern. Thank you for thinking about me in your tweets. Alright, so I crafted up some hoppers. Let's review what we're doing. Last episode we came up with a system that will give us exactly a stack of steak, or a stack of any items. Steak was the test that we did. This works off a detector rail that goes over here to a T flip-flop that activates a hopper clock that has exactly 65 items in it, and that allows this pulse, or this signal, to turn off this torch, which loads the minecart with exactly 64 steaks, and then it's going to send it back. And that was an essential part of the system that I needed in order to make my supply chest. So the first things we should do is probably, we did figure out where we want to put these, and I don't know if I want to build all of these today. That's going to be kind of a long task. A day or two needs to be spent on that. But I do want to put one up right here, as I feel this is the most important thing. And I also want to put up the station for this, which I'm planning to put up here behind or inside our man-built like mountain. This is where we have the cave with the patrons, which by the way we need to update badly as well. And behind here is just, it's looking garbage. This was originally Mycelium Island, for those of you who hasn't followed the series fully. So I think what I first want to do, this place, by the way, we have, oh, this is something that bothers me. We have so many of these horses. I think I'm just going to kill them. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, but we do have them a lot, and you can get them so frequently in this game. I stored them in the beginning when 1.9 was released because I didn't understand that you would get them so frequently. But look at this. There's another guy here, and these make terrible sounds. I wonder if Rendog can imitate their death sound as well as he can imitate a regular horse death. I have no idea! But yeah, I think the first thing I should do, I want to put the station, like the reload station, right here, because we have a lot of space and this is kind of central. I can tell that it's central because my frames are lower here as well. So I think maybe the first task would be to get a little bit organized here. It looks crap. Maybe we bring it down to this level. I could really use this sand as well, so that's a good trade-off. Keep going out to the sand pit area to collect my sand, but I do have a lot here that I just need to take away. So from the beginning, I just covered the entire mycelium island with sand. That's why there's so much sand everywhere, to kill the mycelium, basically. And I don't know what I was planning, if I was planning a beachy or sandy island. Now we're going like tropic, so it does fit fairly well. Wow, so many holes and stuff here. Anyway, I think I want to clear it out and put it on this level here. Maybe we will go and fill the floor with a single colored block as well. Maybe we'll just go stone. I don't know how much stone I have though. But that way it will look a little bit better here. Holy crap, this is a lot of stuff to do here though. We're gonna need quite a bit of space. Let's see. I haven't really figured out how the reload stations are gonna be. I've just been thinking about them in my head. Been thinking about them as I've been sleeping and dreaming. Or I shouldn't say them, I should say the reload station. But let me clear a little bit of land here and make it a little bit more workable. And then we'll come back and put this thing up. Alright, so we got a little bit of a canvas to work. Canvas to work with. I halfway through because I need to go and collect the stone. Halfway through doing this, I was like, why am I doing this? I could just dig out and put it on the dirt. But gives us a little bit more of sense, I think. So I'm happy with it. Anyway, I figured that the first thing we need to do in order to do that thing is to build the facade. Build how we want this supply chest to look like. Not necessarily the function behind it, but how we want it to look like. Maybe we should go have a sleepy as well, because nighttime seems to come immediately as I turn the recording back on. And it gives me a chance, if I'm quick. I think I'm out of flint and steel in the eyes, so I don't think it lit on fire at the moment. So let's see. If we were to have... I think we're going to need a double chest. That's the only unfortunate thing. And with a double chest we could... Do I have cobblestone? I do. I need a stair. Or slab, I suppose. Well, no, a stair. With a double chest we could then block off... yeah, we could block it off, but we don't want it like this. Hold on, let's place it like this. Boop, like that. And then we'd cover it up from here so that we don't see in. Jeez! Oops, I didn't want to destroy that grass, but oh well. Have to replace it. Yeah, we could cover it up so that from the front it would look something like this, which ain't too bad. And then let's go in behind. Actually, let's stay in the front, okay? I have thought a lot about how we're gonna make this work. Do you remember last time we spoke about having how we are gonna resupply it? I think the wisest way, and that's not gonna work with the stair actually. I'd like to have 3 buttons. If we have 3 different things in the chest, we have ender pearls, food, and torches. The idea would be that we have 3 buttons. They're barely visible, although we can't place it on that. So, I may have to rethink this already. Maybe we'll have a button up there. And these 3 buttons represent the different things. So if I press this button, I want it to go and refill the stakeage, basically. Not sure about how we place them buttons. Maybe I have a think about that. But this should give us the possibility to completely determine what's in the chest, obviously. So one button would be here. So if we have a... Let's craft up some redstone signals. I'm so low on redstone at the moment. I got like a stack of blocks and that's it. It's terrible. If we do something like that, that torch is going to activate once we click the button. And then all we have to do is carry a signal onto a minecart that goes and disposes the stuff inside here. But the challenge to this is going to be fitting it and seeing that we have enough space. Let's just fill that in. So let's do the essentials first. We're going to need a hopper. And we're going to need a minecart. And if we have the chest there, we can't bounce it off of a block here. Because it needs to, I believe, needs to be a solid block. Let's just double check that. A powered rail will not shoot the minecart off unless it's a solid block. I don't think. So let's try like this and Just do a little bit of rail, and we're gonna need a minecart. Luckily, I am a little bit prepared at least. I got some stuff together over here. I will never clean it. That's my issue though. Let's just see if this shoots it off. Nope, it doesn't. However, if this would be a full block, it will shoot it off. Yes, okay. So we need to then, in order to solve that, we need to make sure the minecart goes this way. Obviously, because we have the chest there, we can't have it, we can't have a full block on there, basically. Jeez, having issues today, ladies and gentlemen. So, that immediately interrupts with our button there. Maybe we'll move it up one. That's not a bad idea. Let's just try this then. If we'd have a thing like that, and then our rail would come here, the way we'd do the unloading of this thing would be... Oh, but we're going to be short on space. No, we should be fine. We do something like comparator. Let's grab some of this redstone here, just so we have it. We do a comparator down here. Like this. Boop. And then we just shoot that signal back into this block, right? So we'll do that and that and that. And then a block on top. So now whenever nothing is in the hopper, the powered rail is going to be on. Let's just try that out. That should work fine. But it's always a good thing to try. So let's put maybe 16 stone blocks. Nudge it. It locks it. It unloads it. And once it's done, it shoots it back. Okay, perfect. This rail also needs to be 3 different inputs. So 1 for each item, which is what we're going to build over there. Okay, so many things to consider. The first thing we can see here is we need to move the buttons, right? So I'm gonna do, we need that block there. We're gonna have the buttons up here, all of them. So that's chest and then 1 up. I don't think that's too bad, and that also solves the other issue that we were having. And then I'm pretty much happy with the output. I hope all of this makes sense. It may not make sense because sometimes I think ahead. And not everything is crystal clear. Wow, the frames are so bad if I look this direction. Okay, the next thing we're going to build is an item sorter. And that's going to be for the different sorters. And the item sorters also needs a pickup thing for the rails or for the minecarts. So maybe we'll start off by doing something like this. We don't need to build these next to each other. But let's just consider, it would be stupid because we have so much space, by the way. That's why we don't need to build them next to each other. Let's leave 2 blocks in between just to give us a little bit of leadway. And do something like that. The minecart will stop here, so we'll have a hopper on top there. And that I can never remember if that's how you can do it. And once the minecart is loaded... We can always fill the minecart fully to the brim, you know. So this rail will be controlled by the button over there. Say that this will be the stake output, just to have something. If we power this block through a wedgestone line, we're going to shoot off the minecart, and that's how it's going to work. And then once it's done, it's going to come back. This powered rail is going to be off, and it's going to start loading again. So on top of this, we need an item filter. And I think we could build... Oh man, I just cleared out so much land to have a lot of space for this. Actually, I'm going to move this a few blocks ahead, because otherwise I need to do some digging. Alright, so I moved all of this, and I'm starting to do the item filters. Maybe we'll do one of these together. Or actually, I want to try and build all of them at the same time. Always makes it a bit easier. So we need a hopper facing into a comparator. I don't know if it needs to face into the comparator, but that's how I've done it. And then we need... Hopefully I did this correct. This will be the loading hopper, so that will be... Actually, this is a little bit bad, because when that hopper fills up, the item filter is going to stop working, and hopper only got 5 inventory spots. So maybe... Yeah, let's do this. We got a lot of headspace here, so let's fit a double chest in between there, and then go hopper, and... We need to go up 1 more then, don't we? Because otherwise we're blocking that. Actually, we can do this. Hold on, let's be clever, okay? Let's put the chest like that. Yeah, baby. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. And then we'll put the comparator up here. We'll put another hopper. Oh, man, why do I have an arrow there? Like I keep going back and forth and I have a freaking arrow on my hotbar. We'll have a hopper there. That will be our filter. And these blocks are temporary. I'm going to remove them. Then we want some redstone going out here. And we're going to do the 2 method. So 1, 2, and then go down. I built so many of these recently because of the Mobalisa. Building the shops, this is basically what they are, right? So it's pretty stuck to my mind at the moment. Do that, and then a repeater, and another dust. And actually, no, not another dust. Let's move this block back. Let's put a torch there. I don't know. Yeah, that will freeze this hopper, right? Nothing will be able to go into it. Perfect. Okay, so that's an item filter. And then if we want steak here, we'll put steak and then filler blocks as per usual. And once it reaches, once it gets 1 more steak, it's going to let it through and go down. We need this because I want 1 input for all the items, by the way. Alright, so I got the sorter up and working. I also built a quick and dirty, ugly looking item elevator with droppers. It's terrible, but it works. So now this chest here is for ender pearls, and this is why we needed the chest, because immediately we overload it. Torches and steakage, and I just got some items to fill it in. I know we said wood as well when we were doing this. Actually, I forgot my food. Must have put it in here. I know we said wood as well, but I'm not sure. That may require us to have 4 things. Anyway, we'll see that later. The next thing we need to do now is going to be... Oh no, crap. Should have known better. The next thing we need to do now is to not break my redstone. Boop. We need to try and connect these buttons up to more accessible lines. So the torches being the buttons, we need to lead them this way, and we got this thing here that we don't want to interfere with, so it's going to be a little bit challenging, but we'll see what we can do. Let's try this one first. I'm going to bring it up there, and if I put a block on that, that's going to carry the signal. And maybe we shall just not bother with bringing it forward, but we'll bring it this way. Something like this, that, and torches. We need to invert the signal as well somewhere, so we may just well do it early on here. Yeah, we may just do something like that, and then from there we can bring it down. The rail we can run afterwards wherever we want. We just need the lines basically. So that gives us a line of redstone here, like that, and it's very dark. Torches! I put everything into the system. I don't have anything myself. Okay, back here. Boop, like so. Maybe we'll light that up as well. The reason I don't light things up, by the way, by default, is because I'm on my Mycelium Island. In case you're new to this series, I'm just saying, because I keep getting questions about how can you play with no torches. Alright, so the middle one is probably going to be the most challenging one. We need to bring that up, which immediately impacts this line here. So maybe we'll... we could move this mountain a little bit. I'm not too bothered about doing something like that. And then maybe rethink this one immediately. You see why this is going to be challenging? Yeah, baby. We could do that, and hopefully that doesn't look too bad on the outside. I don't think it will. And then we will invert it here. Is that gonna work? Do something. Actually, we can invert it later, I guess. Okay, if we do that, then we can carry the mid signal up and down. Nope, that can't connect with that. That's the unloader. So we'll do something like that, and we have a torch underneath there, I believe. Yeah, so we need a repeater. Repeaters do not pick up signals from underneath. And we need a block there. Okay. Now that should not interfere with the other thing. We'll bring it out like that, and we'll put another redstone, and then we'll bring it down here. We should be safe to do that. That shouldn't interfere with the unloader. Perfect. And the last one we could bring this way. And that's okay. Maybe we want to keep that as stone because that's design-wise. Oh man, this is getting messy. And this one, we will also keep a stone. And then carry this signal over here. And, oh geez, so much that we have to take care of here. Are we through it? I think we're through it, because that's going to be like that. Yeah. So now we can go brick. Brick is just to mark it out, as we know. To mark out where we have the redstone. Oh, and that needs to be stone. And I have to be careful when mining and doing things here, I suppose. Okay, like that. Now we have 3 different signals. This one is actually going to be a little bit of a bother, but that's fine. Let's start with this button right here, the left button. Let's say that is stake. That's the furthest away. We need to connect up a signal simply to this block here. And I think... break that torch. We could just do like... will that work? Or is that not going to work because it's not facing into the thing? I do so much redstone, but I never learn. We could do something like that, right? Yeah. Whenever this... we don't want to do that though, because whenever that torch goes off, that's going to power the redstone underneath. So let's just do a repeater there, and that block there, and then let's bring the signal into that block. That's going to work. So connect that up with this. We also need another thing, and that is whenever we hit this button... actually, let me do this the most logical way. Let me run this signal first to its destination. Remember that we're gonna have many of these stations, and all of them are gonna work off this loading station. So it's gonna be very important that we make this system modular. But yeah, let me run this wire before we get to the next step, because we need to do some rail magic as well, I believe, in order to make this work. Alright, so I got the wire hooked up, and I've been starting to think about how we're going to deal with the minecarts, because this is going to be a challenge. We need it to send the right minecart, and that's controlled by the wires. So we got that solved. Then, when the minecart comes back, we need it to go into the right depot, because we're only going to unload a stack of each, right? That's the hopper clock system that we came up with last time, which, by the way, we need to fit some way. We need to somehow fit in there. I completely overlooked that. This here is garbage. We don't need an unloader there, because we're not sending the minecarts with one stack. We need to... oh man, I just realized that. We need to redo that entire thing. Hi, I'm Iskall85. I suck. Anyway, let's figure this out first though. So if we send a signal down to the stake, we want it to know that the stake minecart is gone. And by having the stake minecart gone, we want it to by default go all the way back to the stake. Can we put a detector rail? No, we can't. Okay, crap. Then we need a T flip-flop here. So if... let's see. If the minecart passes over here... we want it to power both of these signals, right? And then if a minecart passes over here or here, we want this one to power this one. Because if we power these, by the way, they switch over. And this one doesn't really need one, because this is by default always correct. Okay, so that didn't make any sense, not even in my head. But let me try and fit this in. We need a T flip-flop over here, lever basically, that once the minecart goes over, these two receive a steady redstone signal. So, how are we going to do that? I'm not sure. Let's try and build a T flip-flop. I don't want to build these on camera because I always misplace the order of these things. We want a dropper for sure there, facing forward. Okay. Let's just get some more space to work with. Oh, ghost block. And then we want another dropper, I believe, down here. And another dropper facing upwards there. Yeah, very good. And then a hopper goes there. Actually, it faces downwards, I believe. So now if an item is in here and we power that indirectly, so we don't power both of them, we should see... the item ending up in this one here. And then if we power this one directly... no, this is wrong. Crap! Alright, so I've been struggling a little bit with this. This is a little bit 30, 40, 50 minutes later. Pretty silly sometimes when redstone confuses me. Apparently, like, the droppers got powered from a diagonal block. So I pulled the wire very ugly like this, but hopefully that will work. I haven't tested it yet. We'll try it out now. A T flip-flop is basically taking a pulse and making it into a lever, And I just want to make sure, yeah, there's a block in the dropper right there. And once we power this line, that block will go up to this dropper. And then once we power it again, it will go down to the dropper below. Basically giving us a switch, if that makes more sense than a T flip-flop. Although I like the word T flip-flop. Then what I've done is I've wired the signal from that, the comparator. So whenever the block is in there, that's the on switch. I've just wired this to 2 torches like that underneath, and those torches are, oh god, no ender pearls, Jesus. Those torches are connected to these rails. So now in this situation we have not ordered the minecart. So what we want to see is the minecart go out, switch both of these, and then once it comes back we wanted to put it in this stage again. So let's I put a rail here just to have something to bounce off of. And let's imitate or illustrate us ordering steak. Alright, but a very sped up version. So we power this line, sends the minecart off. Crap. Did I think about that? No, I didn't think about that. Jeez, okay. That may be an easy fix. Let's add some delay here. I don't know though, that may be maybe too little delay here. Because maybe we can make it so that the rail switches after the minecart has passed, if we're lucky. And again, I don't have any ender pearls. This project I thought was going to be a quite... Oh my goodness. Crap. Dang it. I thought it was going to be a quite simple one. That we could get a lot of progress in, but I obviously underestimated it. And that sucks. But anyway, let's try this again. Where's the minecart? There. Okay. And I'll pick up that steak in a little bit. Put it there. And try again now with a delay this time. Actually, it didn't go back, so we need to reset this as well. Very good point, Iskall. Thank you. Take that sand block, put it in here. And now, let's see if it works. So that reset the rails, as you can see. The delay is enough. Yeah! Oh, so close. Okay. The last thing I think we can fix, though. Yeah, the last problem was that this delay here was too long, basically. So I think if we just do something like this, maybe we'll put that back. We'll have to find the timing, but we'll try that for now. That may fix it. I don't know if this is the best way to do this, though. Like, now we're working off a redstone delay, and lag will mess this up a little bit. Oh, and I also need to reset this. Put you in there. Cool. So now let's try it again, and hopefully this time it works, because it should be a connected or a completed system if it works. Yeah, the timing was correct. And now it resets. Boom. Fantastic. Oh, well, but why did it bounce? Oh, I see. We can't have the powered rails like that, obviously. That's a very simple fix. That's just me derping. Let's do that and that. And maybe we'll try it one more time just to be sure. I need a torch. Boop. Like that. Yeah, let's just try it again. That there shouldn't be an issue that we have to deal with. Fantastic. Goes back and locks in place. Cool. Very cool. So now we need to do the same thing for this one. The only one that doesn't need this T flip-flop garbage is this thing here, because that will always by default go back there. This will, of course, though, if we press 2 buttons, it will mess things up quite a bit. But I need to fit another T flip-flop down here and do the same thing. Although this one should just power this torch here, which should be fairly simple to install. Turns out I massively underestimated this project, as always. So, you see the rails are all crazy and stuff here. I connected this thing up as well, and the way it works is the minecart travels above. This here switches, and once it comes back, it switches back to the exit stage, if you will. I don't even know what to call these anymore. But I tried it out. This doesn't work because we have no delay here. So the minecart just goes into this pit. And unfortunately, with the way I've laid this out at the moment, there's no way I can fit a delay. There's no way I can fit repeaters here. Because the way I did this was we need to cut this signal whenever this detector rail is activated. Can I get a better view? Oh, jeez. I'm actually a bit frustrated in my mind at the moment. I rarely get frustrated, but this has frustrated me simply because I underestimated it. Yeah, whenever this gets activated, we need to cut this rail. So what it's doing is it has the T flip-flop, goes into this block, goes into this piston, which extends, and then the signal from this repeater does not pass through, right? So if we look at that, piston extends, the signal does no longer pass through, and the torch goes on and flips the rail over. The reason this rail goes like this is because I needed one more block of space. However, did I just get mail? I don't know. However, the problem with that is that we don't have any delay area. So I think that I need to go back to the drawing table once again and rethink this whole thing. I've been off camera like thinking about how to do this the best way for the past maybe 2 hours. Went into creative, tried some things out. Maybe the best way is to put the timer already underneath the sorter. So instead of having all of the rail garbage and all of these things here, maybe the better way of doing it would be to install the timers right here. So it would remove the cards, would make it, actually I'll break you, I'll put this back in, and then we'll have another hopper probably going down here, and then we'll freeze this hopper with the timer thing. And then by doing that, we eliminate the problem of having to do it at every station. So we only have to do it once, which I think is good. Will that not stop? Ooh, that doesn't actually work. Interesting. Will this stop it? Nope. Still receives items. Okay, anyway. You get what I mean. Put the thing that we built in the last episode already here. And that way, we will eliminate having it at the stations. Also, by doing that, we could potentially have 3 rails going out to the loader. I don't know though. I kind of wanted it to be 1 rail, because if we're gonna have many of these, we kind of want a highway rail, if that makes sense. But to do this switch thing, we need a lot more space. So unfortunately, I'm out of time for today, and so is the video. I am sorry we didn't get further. This was one of the things that I thought I could do in like an hour, and it could take up 10 minutes of the video, and then we could do something else today as well. I wanted to work a little bit on the jungle, but I had it all wrong. I had it all wrong if it wasn't for them, kid. No. So that's going to do it for today. I hope that you have enjoyed it though. A little bit of redstone derpage, and we did do a few things, so we learned a lot of things. I did anyway. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, hit the like button on the video and write some comments. Maybe you have some suggestions. Maybe I overlooked something and you're like, dude, what on earth are you doing? Just do this. And you have answers to everything. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I shall see you in the next episode.